Lindsay Roselle here with Lucky Bird Photography. If you don't know me, I'm a wedding photographer based out of Toledo, Ohio. And like I said, I specialize in weddings. That's what I do. But more specifically, what I do is I help my couples have a stress-free wedding day. So I'm not always photographing, believe it or not. Sometimes I'm kind of working behind the scenes just to make sure that everybody has a really stress-free day. So ultimate goal. So I'm gonna start this series basically where I'm going to talk to you guys every Tuesday. So we're going to call it Tip Tuesday, and I'm going to give you guys some advice for your wedding day on how to execute different parts of your day, how to make them stress-free, and educate you guys a little bit because sometimes it can be really confusing. Learning all the terms, remembering all these things, it's a lot, and I totally get that. So yeah, I'm gonna start these every week. My plan is that I'm gonna put them on IGTV, and then they're gonna be in my stories, and then hopefully YouTube as well, so you guys will be able to check them out from multiple locations for everything, so that you can find them wherever you need them. And today I want to talk to you guys about immediate family photos, extended family, what the heck all of those terms mean, because they can be overwhelming. A lot of my couples really get confused. And basically, long story short, immediate family is considered like your parents, your siblings, and then like you and your spouse. That is immediate family. And sometimes people confuse that with the extended family. And that's one of those things where you really need to tell your photographer what photos you want and what you're actually trying to explain to them. Because of that confusion, sometimes I might not bring the right things. If it's the right lens, if it's a step stool, if it's more lighting. So a good example that I can give is like your extended family. If you think of like a family reunion, if you think of like Christmas, different times where you might see like aunts and uncles, cousins, a lot more people than just your immediate family, which is going to be those parents and siblings. That's your extended family. And sometimes that can be for people 40 or 50 people. That's not ideal in like a church. That's usually the example that I give if you're getting married in a church is you might have 2 rows of steps like at the altar. And it's really hard to pose people when you only have 2 rows of steps and it's this little window that you have and that's it. And that's the only place that you get in that entire church to pose a group like that. So that's considered extended family, and that's something you definitely want to let your photographer know that you want to grab. Because what your photographer is going to want to do is they're going to want to take those photos first, and then that way all those people can go, they can enjoy cocktail hour, and they're not just kind of like awkwardly waiting around like, are we done? And, the whole time they've been able to leave. So that's a photo we want to grab first. That's also a photo that, like I said, we might want to light differently. And we definitely, if we can do them in a different spot, want to do them in a different spot. So if your church has steps outside of it, weather permitting, that's an amazing place to take your photos because you're not limited to 2 steps anymore. You might have 4 or 5, 6. I mean, obviously you're going to have a million steps to walk down at most churches. But as far as how many we're going to put people on, we've got a lot of options for, like I said, 4 or 5 rows of people. It's going to make it so that you see people a lot more, so that we're not just taking a photo basically horizontally where you really have to squint. We can kind of cluster those people around you and you can see them a lot better. And it just looks a lot better, I feel like, personally. So that's if you're kind of in a church for extended family. And if you're outside, you definitely still want to let your photographer know. You definitely still want to let those people know to stick around. They're still going to be photographed first, but we'll use a step ladder. So we'll still get those people really close together, but I do want to use a step ladder. So then that way, if somebody's head is just kind of a little hiding behind and just different things where, you see those groupings and somebody's hiding behind, that step ladder is actually going to make it so that I can see everybody. So I hope that these tips help you guys, and let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm going to be doing them every week. I can't wait to chat with you guys and do this every Tuesday. So I will talk to you guys all soon. See ya.